For those of you who don't know who we are and what we represent, for over 25 years, the Chilean and American Chambers of Commerce have been in business, cultivating friendships, strong partnership with the business community, and extraordinary business success stories all over the Delaware River.
And so today I'm really excited to learn from the business community how our office can be a partner in recruiting, attracting, retaining global talent. Because you probably are aware that countries, regions, and cities around the world are mounting campaigns to attract talent, and we can think of Chile, we can think of Toronto, and here in the US, Seattle, we can think of Detroit, right? And we can think also of Pittsburgh, who are really just being very aggressive in trying to attract talent. These individuals can choose to locate pretty much anywhere around the world, and so Philadelphia, we need to really ensure that we promote a welcoming city for immigrants and really for all. So that's what our office really is about.
We at Citibank are delighted to be part of this program. As a global bank, we would like to engage ourselves even more in this global mobility conversation. We'd like to help to grow global business and make global business succeed in this region. So we also, on the international, can help you and help businesses to establish themselves overseas and vice versa. We have the ability to connect with our business partners and internationally, and help establish different options in different business solutions.
So today we're talking about global mobility, and this is a topic that's of particular interest to the business school at Drexel. The issues we'll discuss today impact everything we do. Our operations, it's relevant to some of our research, and it's relevant to what we teach. Right? We recognize that our students, when they go out as graduates into the world, most of them will be working in businesses that are global. So it's critical that our students, our graduates, understand these issues because they will all be faced with these in the global environment.
The way they can mitigate some of these unintended consequences is through the assignment structuring. So when the company's getting ready to send the employee across borders, they can structure the agreement. So there might be ways to possibly avoid that taxable presence for the company. They can look at the income tax treaties and take advantage of any tax planning opportunities to minimize the tax consequences. And they might want to prepare a cost projection before sending the employee across the borders. The cost projection is basically a picture of the total costs involved with the assignment, not just tax, but also benefits and other costs that are involved with the international assignments.
In the U.S., we have some issues. We all know what they are. Outside the U.S., the issues really are getting people good access to care if you're globally mobile. There's a real difference between what's real and what's fake. I was in a place overseas that was the Canadian American Clinic. It's never seen a Canadian or American, but it's very easy if you're at a hotel and you're sick, and you say to the concierge, "Where should I go for care?" And they say, "Well, there's the Canadian American Clinic." And then you go down there and you're already there and they charge a lot more as opposed to a really good clinic or facility to go to. So there's a real or Memorex type of issue going on outside the United States. And we got to make sure that people have the support, the informatics, the direction to care, the tools, maybe on their iPhone to get to the right place. Because if you're off the beaten track, it gets very difficult.
And here again, we're going to talk about the average assignee because the challenges are again different for each of the three different assignee groups. The first challenge is making sure the assignee understands the current role that they're in. So it's very critical to have a good communication between the home country's office as well as the host country's office. The assignee has to have a very clear understanding of what their role and responsibility is. The second challenge that we see, of course, very often involves the spouse. Things have changed over the years. More spouses are being faced with the difficult decision of what to do with their own careers that they're leaving behind. Do they? And then lastly, of course, a major concern would be the children. You know, how do we support the children to overcome the linguistic and social challenges that they face? So again, I can't stress enough how each of these programs are so highly customized, and they do go very, very deep into addressing, you know, all the different challenges that people face with moving overseas.
Alan said one of the biggest things is uncertainty. The world is, things are happening so rapidly. Countries can change in a minute. Consulates close. There's political issues, unrest, protests outside the embassy. In Brazil, you've got the World Cup. So there's world events, political events, everything is affecting the process all the time. So uncertainty is a big issue. Businesses want to send people quicker and faster and easier. And unfortunately, countries are, constricting immigration. Laws are getting less open. More requirements, less visa choices for expats. There's a tension between business and government. Businesses are looking for openness, for speed, for electronic processes, whereas governments are really tightening down, and so that's a big issue for us as well.
Well, thank you very much to all our panelists. Let's give them a round of applause.